डिस्कॉर्ड पहले ही ओपन कर लेना, क्योंकि वो कभी कभार अपडेट हो जाता है स्टार्टिंग में, तो टाइम ना लगे। हो जाता है स्टार्टिंग में।
Okay.
Hello, I guess Paras is here. Hello. Hi, Paras.
हेलो
बोलना शुरू कर दे यार, कोई बोल ही नहीं रहा, पारस आ गया। हाँ, लाइव हो गए पारस, बात करना शुरू कर।
हाय पारस
बता क्यों दिया था यार, पागल हो क्या तुम सब?
Hi everyone, I welcome you to the keynote of HackOn, a pan-India online hackathon powered by GitHub. Uh, our aim to start HackOn was your safety and concern and your desire to build. We kept in mind that you wanted to participate and build in certain activities which weren't possible offline due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So we bought you Hackathon. We bought you HackOn. It is an opportunity to participate in a hackathon and build together. We have lots of prizes for you and mentors from various different companies who would be happy to help you. The details of which will be shared later. We also have prizes from Microsoft and different companies. The timeline of the hackathon is the application period is open until 19th April. You can apply whenever you want till 19th. We are welcoming project submissions from 11th April to 19th April. The results will be announced on 25th April. So that's the timeline for you. We thank you for attending this webinar on HackOn. Now I would pass on to Bhumika to share about the tracks and details.
Hi everyone. So talking a bit about the tracks at HackOn, we have got 4 different tracks, and your project need not be focused on solely one track. It can be an amalgamation of several tracks. And these tracks have been chosen on the basis of the problems that we all are facing due to the pandemic and how technology can be utilized in such cases. So the first track is healthcare and technology, and it is about how technology can help the people of the healthcare department. Then the next track is improving awareness and behavior. So since the information about the pandemic is changing rapidly with a lot of false claims and fake news being circulated, it is becoming hard for the people to keep up on what they need to know and what they need to do. So this track is about that. Then the third track is about working remotely. So remote working can be tough for the people who have a habit of working in office. Hence, these tracks are aiming to make it easier for everyone to enhance their productivity at home without feeling isolated. The fourth track is supporting at-risk and quarantined people. So you have to find ways to help the ones who are self-isolating at home or are quarantined and helping the vulnerable people stay safe. So our main medium of communication will remain Discord. So I'd like to throw some light on the various channels that we have made on Discord and what their functions are. So here on the screen you can see the list of channels. The general channel is a general purpose channel, and the announcement channel will be used for all the important announcements that we'll be making throughout the week. The introductions channel will be used for you all to introduce yourself and build your network. The team project channel is for those who are alone and looking to join a team or have a team but looking for more members. Talking with the organizer channel is for you to talk to all of us who are the team behind HackOn. Then Ask Mentors channel is the one that you will use throughout the week to contact your mentors and quench all your curiosities and queries. Then we have certain channels under sponsors. So here you can see the different sponsors that we have: GitHub, Zulip, Google, Microsoft, GitKraken, and Elastic. So here you can ask your queries that are specific to the sponsors. Then the channels under IBM, you can connect with the IBM people here, and in the judges channels you can connect with the judges, and anything that does not fall under any category as the mentioned above, you can discuss them in the random channel, and you can have random chit chat over there. So over to you, Shivangi.
So we also have some special prizes according to each company. As you can see here, we have IBM track special prizes, which is COVID-19 and climate change. You will get additional prizes from the company if you win that. So the normal prize category is the first position would get 20 these amounts, and then we have special prizes for best all girls team. We also have special prizes from the Fold, even an internship and full-time working opportunities for hackathon winners. Then we have prizes from Matic. If you build on Ethereum and Matic, these would be the special prizes that you will get, and also they would give you full-time opportunities and also seed funding of 5,000 USD. We have special prizes from Microsoft Azure, and you'll get swag packs from the NSPs. If you have heard of the Maya AutoCAD challenge, which is very popular, if you participate in that in the GitHub social challenge, you will get GitHub t-shirt, coupons, hoodies, and backpacks. Then from Zulip chat, we have a $100 cash prize for the best bot. Then for the IBM, as we have already mentioned, there are separate channels for these teams, and you can clarify your doubts there about how you can get these special prizes as well. So these are these special prizes. Then we would like to share about the judges and the mentors of HackOn. So these are the judges of HackOn. Yeah, go ahead.
So we have judges from Google and Microsoft who are joining us, as well as we have Google developer experts, Microsoft most valuable professionals, Google developer group organizers, as well as community managers who will be judging you. And so it is a great opportunity for you to interact with the brightest minds around India. And here is a list of all the mentors that you will stay in touch with. Shubhangi, can you please show the list of the mentors?
Visible?
Not yet.
Meanwhile, let me share some of my opinions. So, see, if you have already, you have already been going to the hackathons, or it might be your first one. So, usually, at the core, what hackathon is that you get to, network with different kind of people, learn a new skill. But to be very honest, if I were to share my personal opinion, I was thinking, yeah, is it really worth it? Like participating in an online hackathon, would I really get the feeling of really getting that adrenaline rush that yes, I'm in there. But on the bright side, you can look at this with this perspective. So can you share the judges wala slide once again? Hi, whoever is controlling the screen, just go to the judges and mentor wala slide once again. So, like I have been going to a lot of hackathons, right? And I have never seen so many prestigious sponsors for a particular hackathon, right? And even though, and even if there are, so I believe the normal time span goes for maximum for 48 hours. So you are actually getting like 8 days or more than 8 days to build a product. So you can be completely sure of that. And if you look at the panel, like I like above Hackathon, I see Google. Like in India, I've never seen any hackathon sponsored by Google. So it is a really great opportunity, and I would encourage you guys that to not sulk while you're at home, and try to be productive, try to network with different people, try to make something which you can cherish, and which you are able to present to these people as well, because I believe this is a really prestigious panel. And if you can get some kind of feedback from our prestigious mentors or from these judges, so I believe that will really help you in future as well. So yeah, you can again go to the mentor slide and take over from there.
So here is a slide that shows all the mentors. These are the ones you will be contacting throughout the week in the Ask Mentors channel. So they will be there to help you out with all the queries that you have. So that is it from our side.
Bhumika, can you just tell the themes again?
The tracks?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the tracks? Okay. So we have 4 tracks. The first track is healthcare and technology. So it will focus on how technology can help the people of the healthcare department, how they are working day and night to support us, and they are putting their own well-being as secondary. So that track is for helping them. Then the second track is improving awareness and behavior. So as we have a lot of false claims and fake news that are being circulated with the information changing rapidly, it is becoming hard for the people to keep up with what they need to know. So this track will be about that. Then the third track is working remotely. So as you all know that working remotely can be tough. So this track aims to make it easier for everyone to enhance their productivity at home. And the fourth track is supporting at risk or quarantined people. So you have to find ways to help the ones who are self isolating or are quarantined and helping them stay safe. So these are the 4 tracks.
Thank you, Bhumika. So we would now like to pass to Aditya, who would introduce our esteemed guest speaker.
Um, Thank you, Bhumika, Shubhangi, and Sarthak for the lovely introduction. I think out of all the buzzwords that we hear in the industry today, I mean, one definitely is community. But I still think a lot of us don't really understand how important communities can be, how important a group of like minded people can be as our support systems and help bring change in our lives. So, to help introduce this concept, I'd like to introduce. I'm sure you famously know him as the community guy. He's also the CMX Community Professional of the Year. Please welcome Mr. Paras Pundir, the Program Manager of the Microsoft Reactor Bangalore.
Am I in?
Hey,
Yes.
Paras.
Yeah.
Yes, Paras, you are audible. Hi, Paras.
I. Uh, and wait a second. My screen is not visible, right?
Sorry.
I'm just trying to figure out my screen. Yeah. Okay, I'm audible to people, right?
Yes, you are audible. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining, first of all. And so, like one disclaimer I want to give you that my internet is not working great. So please don't mind me. Like I'll try to. I am hoping that it will not ditch me like people ditch each other. So I'm hoping that it will go well, and I can help you out with more with what I have planned for everyone today. So yeah, just a second, like I'm gonna share the screen. Give me a moment. That's it.
Yeah, sure, Paris. You're welcome.
Is it there?
Yes.
I know
Yes.
it.
Yes, we
Yes,
can see
yes, yes.
that.
Now.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just trying to cross check it over YouTube. That is it there or not? Because I guess. Hold
Yeah,
on a
your
second.
screen is visible.
Uh, so yeah, just wanted to ask like if my uh, internet is breaking too much, but that's about it. If it is fine, then we should start. Yeah.
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. Oh, okay. As you, thank you very much, first of all, for inviting me and for this lovely opportunity to talk again about the same thing which I preach a lot, talk a lot, and the session which we have today is more of something where I'll be talking how I was able to crack a lot of my needs, a lot of my problems just through the concept of community, and that's why I have kept it like it's community as a cure. So we'll start. Let's start, right? And I'll give you my introduction. Probably this whole slide and this whole presentation is all about is through my Instagram channel, and so that's why like you will see a lot of photographs. So I hope you won't mind. And perfect. I hope you won't mind. And hi guys, I'm a community builder. A lot of you might be knowing that who's a community builder, but those who don't know, probably for you, I'll be talking a bit today about like who's a community builder, and I'm gonna do that job today. So my name is Paras Pundir, and I build communities out of passion and profession, both. And so this community building thing, I didn't figure it out on the day I was born, I'm sure, but it's actually communities which made me realize my community skills. So I have contributed to many communities, build a few, and my belief just kept on rising. So this all has gone just via building communities. And while I was building communities in the background, I'll let you know like how did I land up here. So I'm also a small towner. Belongs to a place. Probably I'll tell you, you will not know. So belongs to a place which is some some 50 kilometers from Agra. I'm sure you must be knowing Agra because it's Taj Mahal. So you must be knowing about it. And then I chose the most cliche of profession of my times and took an obvious move to bigger city in search of better opportunities, which usually people does. But thank God that I moved and explored because this made me find my love for communities. And I eat, breathe, preach communities. I love to add community angle to almost everything, be it professional and personal. You can see like these slides I'm showing you. These are basically kind of like uh, the people I've been meeting. These are like different conferences, meetups where I have been there, and these are all community meetups, community conferences, community and conferences, whatever you call it. Like, but these are the ways I'm supposed to meet all these new people that too in a new city. But communities hear me. Did I draw? Where did I reach? Am I audible?
Yeah.
Now, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, you are audible, Paras.
Come on. Yeah. Perfect. Just any one of you, can you keep your voice on so that I can just keep on knowing that you guys are there. Probably you can nod to me and say like, yeah, you're there, Paras. Okay, I agree. Something
Yes,
like
you're
that.
there.
Can you keep on doing that?
Yes, we'll make sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that'll
yes,
be
yes.
helpful because I'm assuming that I'm talking to screen and I'm not like capable enough of doing such kind of thing when I have to talk to screen. I'm like I love talking and I feel like talk should be both sides. So that's the reason I keep on asking like am I audible or not. So whenever I ask you am I audible, please raise
Yes,
your
yes, yes,
hand.
yes,
Please
yes, yes.
put it in the comment section and we will keep on going from there. So like you can see these random slides which I have been putting, and these are basically the people, the community meetups which I have organized. I've met a lot of people out of this, and so I was talking about the journey. The journey was basically was not easy to reach there, but I realized that the older I grew, the bigger were my needs, and when you don't cater to your needs, you slowly they slowly become your problems. So think about this, about all the problems you have are basically the because of the needs we have. Somewhat these are the related things. So basically problems is something we are going to talk about today. Okay, we all have problems. Like, do we like I just want to ask if people are able to do we all have problems, or like is there someone who's not having problem? Because I'm sure even Superman had problems. So we are just human. What do you think? Just put your comment in the comment section. I'll keep on reading them and enjoying them. So yeah, coming back to the problem. So I'm gonna pick up something which you might have read or heard somewhere. It's called Maslow's hierarchy of human needs. So basically it's a bottom up approach, and that's what Maslow's hierarchy of needs look like. So it's a bottom up approach, start from physiological needs to safety needs to love and belonging needs to esteem needs, and at self actualization. So we'll be talking one on one on all of these, and how how I was able to fulfill my needs just by adding community concept within my life. So let's start with the first one, which is like the physiological needs, which includes air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, reproduction. So these are the basic questions which a human being will definitely ask, right? Like, I'm sure you must have thought about these questions, right? So and if you think about the current society situation, there are not just three but four basic needs. And you know what is the fourth one? Roti, kapda, makan, and Wi-Fi, isn't it? Like Wi-Fi is so important thing. So definitely our basic needs have increased, and similarly, these are the questions which I feel which I would like to like I'll say that you should ask yourself, or are you able to relate to it if you read them. So will I be able to when we move out to a new space, or probably you are when you are in a new space, you always think about such things, and these are the basic needs which a human being have. Like, how will I survive in this new city, or probably how will I adopt this new ecosystem, or will I find the people I can gel with beyond professional reasons. A lot of things we keep on thinking about, right? So and but as I told you, the journey wasn't easy, and pursuing community as a passion and profession in a country was another level risk. So my first and real learning of community started at my flat, which is not flat anymore. I feel it's more of a community house in Bangalore, and it was never a normal house. In past 3 years, probably more than 25 plus unique people have come and stayed for minimum 2 weeks, and I'll not talk about maximum. So this has become kind of a kind of a space for everyone, like to come and stay around and to explore the city. And it's not always money which people bring as a value, right? So it's their valuable skills, and what we were living on barter always. So such basic questions were normal to us. Like these are the questions we keep on asking. You can see, like, there's this community called Push Start. We similarly, like Push Start, we had like a lot of different community meetups at our place. We have been hosting them, and because we used to do a lot of house parties, and our house parties, the major focus was always on food, because food is the priority, isn't it? Like it's the thing. So then we started extending these house parties to different community meetups in the house, and this started solving our physiological needs, because all things started coming shaping in picture. Wardrobes were common, beds were shared, learnings were beyond profession, and survival became very easy. So that's where I realized, like, that you can figure out a lot of stuff by just having right people around you. And then comes the safety needs. Like safety needs are like this. Okay, will there be someone to take care when I'm ill? Right? I'm sure you must be thinking about it. Will I be able to pay rent, fuel, and or bills? This is something when you will struggle, you will realize, like, these are the questions which you ask to yourself. Will I be able to land a good internship, first job, or next switch? So it's not an easy way to get a good place, to reach out to right people and get a good job. It's really difficult. So how do you basically cater those safety needs? Okay, let me get back to YouTube and just see if things are happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my video is very blurred. Is it?
No, it's clear.
Looks good, Paras.
Looks good, right? Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So yeah, if I talk about safety needs, which one of these safety needs people can relate to? Is it like, uh, have you ever thought about, like, if I move to some new place, who will be there to take care of me? Or say, how about getting a new job? Is there something which you have been thinking about? Employment, definitely. Anything else? Any other need?
A bunch of new friends.
Bunch of new friends, right? Right, definitely. I guess that came. That's the core of community. That community gives you a lot of new friends. So definitely yes. Uh, Perfect. Resources. Okay, I'm seeing a few more things. So definitely, like, these are the needs, and we all must have thought about safety, right? Or, like, that feeling of being unsafe. I'm not talking about that feeling of safety when you are on a lonely road or unknown society. This safety is bigger than just one of these problems. This is safety for your for yourself, right? Like what will I do? So if it's about safety of having a job, it's about safety of having fuel in your bike, it's about the feeling of safety when you have to go for an urgent meeting or interview, but your bank balance can't support an Uber, or you can't afford a bike, and then your friend from the community gives you a drop. Trust me, guys, like, this is something which is, like, really scary if you think about it. So it's about that feeling of safety when you're being hit and need someone immediately to give you blood. Uh, it's like you can't even imagine, but when things like these happen, and people are left alone and they have nothing, they have no one to support them. So I've personally seen scenarios when there's a community member who has met with a very bad accident, and kind of a whole community of that, people, those who are living in that area, they all just went, and, they were all standing next to outside hospital, and, to give blood, and help him out, because he was alone in that city. So such things can happen when you're not part of a community, right? So I'll give you an example. Like, you can see, that's one of my photograph, uh, when I met with the knee surgery, and, I was sitting at home. So it's not the knee surgery, but and it can be boring as hell sitting at home. You also know that, right? But then you have people, then you have a bunch of friends, and these are like friends where a few of them I've met. There are a few of them became my bonds became very strong because we started catching on earlier and later. They came up and they helped me out. There's the friendship we went out. So definitely that make a lot of sense. Or similarly, you can see this another way. It's about a hackathon. We do you all do hackathons. We all it's a complete it's a thing which is like we which is common in all of us, right? We mostly people here are techies and they all know about hackathons. So think about it, like what happens in the hackathon. You just don't go there and break the code and break the code to build better products. No, like what else you can get from that place. This hackathon, the one which I'm mentioning here, it was a testing hackathon of our testing community called the Test Tribe, and I did a head count of people. They were around like 130 people or something, and I asked them. How did you guys? This is sort of frustrating. Hello?
Connection.
Yeah, you're audible now. You were stuck there for a moment.
I guess network's too bad. Is it on?
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah. It's working now. You were stuck there for a moment.
Perfect. So moving ahead, so these are basically techniques which I have been talking about, and when you have people all around you, it's such a good feeling to have them, and like when you can think that you can easily move out and you easily do a lot of stuff just by having people. It's actually a wonderful feeling of being able to do such things. Moving ahead comes another category, but before that, I'll say this breed was basically I kept it for myself because I keep on talking a lot. But since internet is sucking up like crazy, I guess I'm already breathing in between. So let's just move ahead. The third need is love and belonging. Love and belonging is more about yes, and will I be able to feel the same comfort as I did in my family? On this one. So will I be able to find love at all? That's a big question. And I guess we all know how important is comfort for us, right? Like this is the most important thing. I feel like the difference between beanbag and normal chair, right? So that's the level of comfort you understand. So moving ahead, but let me tell you like how meaningful these words are in our lives, like love, family, friends. They are a big universe. You don't complete them, but they actually complete you. No, I'm sure you will agree. So now just imagine such problems around love and belonging. We all have hundreds of friends on Facebook, but how many are real? Gone again, right?
Yeah.
Audible now. You are audible now.
Why even? What is the worst feeling ever? Is damn it. Sorry, the internet was wrong with the connection today. Am I completely off?
It's working now. Actually, I would recommend you can turn off your video, right? Mostly the slides and the audio is important, so it might help.
We're sorry for the inconvenience, everyone. You can drop any questions if you have for him. We'll do an FAQ session at the end of the stream. So drop your questions. Thank you.
Yes. So,
So they just have a question for us. Uh, he want yes, they just you'll get the certificates and we'll distribute the prizes after the completion, and we'll mail them to you. Or if it's the money, we'll transfer the amount to your accounts.
Also, there was a question earlier about the GitHub challenge. It's the My AutoCAD challenge, in which you have to draw your own version of the GitHub AutoCAD, and the best one will get teas, tea coupons, and other swags from GitHub.
So basically, we can brief them about some HackOn.
Actually, it has been done, so I have a suggestion. So, all the people that are watching the stream right now, so you can ask literally anything that you have in your mind. And since we all are pretty much connected to the tech world, matlab we have yeah, tech evangelists from matlab in the field of blockchain, AI. So whatever questions you have, just drop them off, and we'll try to answer them according to our limited knowledge that we might have. Uh, Till then, we can just wait for Paris. So
Okay,
hit us
so
with some questions.
yeah, someone in the
So
chat
some
asked,
some
I want to know about coding projects. This is my first hackathon experience. Would any of you like to share your first hackathon experience?
So my first hackathon project was I made a ML-based model on how to save electricity. So matlab, we took out the data from Kaggle of matlab, the power consumption for a particular city on a particular given day. So we had that data for 2 years. So we So we were evaluating matlab what kind of energy consumption might be there for one particular day, so that we can know when at what time can we cut out the power, at which time the power consumption would be less, so that there is less convenience to the all of the residents of the city, and we are able to save some costs as well. Because see, in the power generator, if yeah, I believe, yeah, that is it. Sorry for making it more complicated than it was.
Satak, we don't want to scare them off.
So someone just asked, how would HackOn start?
So it will
As
start.
long as the clock starts, I mean, as long as the clock hits 12, you are ready to make any kind of project that you want. So you have 9 days. Just try to make the most of your time. And if you have any questions, obviously GitHub is always open. Just try to find similar products to you, and just try to make newer additions to whatever it is, whatever is probably already existing in the market, or whatever is probably existing in the GitHub repo. Yep.
So basically, Piyush asked, are beginners allowed to participate in the hackathon? Yes, Piyush, all are allowed to participate in the hackathon.
And the best part is that even if you are from mechanical or any other branch, or even if you are from a non-technical background, it's always advisable to make such kind of products and help out with the business idea and with the research and ideation part, because that is something that we as engineers we might lack. So I mean, having all the kind of people around you is also preferable.
So now Abhishek asked, is a web platform or an app necessary for the submission?
No, it is
Uh,
not necessary for the submission. What you can do is, even if you have some kind of a hardware product, you can build that and demo that. Since it's an online based hackathon, you'll be anyways, required to also submit a video submission, or it will be advisable if you do that. So it's not necessary that you always have to incorporate a website or an application.
And trust me, guys,
okay.
hackathons are about having fun. It's not about finishing the final product. Uh, like my first hackathon experience was, I wasn't prepared. I was a complete beginner. I had just simple coding knowledge like in C++ and Java, and but I went there just to have fun. But I learned a lot from that hackathon. We have so many workshops for you, like Angular workshop. We have workshops on Azure. If you even don't know anything about programming, you learn something new, and that's more important than winning any prize money.
So Saksham is asking, in how many days with hours per day it requires to learn and get used to a language if I already know the basics. So Saksham, I would tell that it totally depends on your dedication.
There's no fixed number here. We can't really have one.
So I mean, I have a friend who had very good knowledge of Angular, and he sat for entire duration of 19 hours and completed React, including React hooks, React, GraphQL, which is actually very advanced topics for React. So I mean, if you have that kind of dedication, then it's awesome. But otherwise, just try to be very consistent, because if you're not consistent, then what will happen is that backlog, and then you'll start forgetting the earlier base concepts as well. So just be regular and be tight with the deadlines, in terms of that you don't have to do multiple things at the same time. Just be focused at what you're learning.
So Sanjay is asking, my college has no clubs, community or whatsoever. How can I make difference? So Sanjay, apply for the clubs. As you have mentioned here, Google DSC or Microsoft Student Partners. So applications for both are open. I would recommend to apply and start the club. Be the game changer in your college and start a community, as we grow always with a community.
And I think, right now, if you look everywhere, every major community, physical community, has moved all their operations online due to the COVID-19 scenario. So right now would be the perfect time to get a good start.
So next question, how to become a Microsoft student partner? I think Aditya can answer this.
All right, so when you know how to become a student partner, this is a question I think all of us have faced at some point of time. There's no fixed formula as to how. I mean, yeah, you need to have a passion for technology and you need to be able to present it, show it, and you should have a love of sharing your knowledge. So I think those are all minimum requirements for this kind of a role, but there's no fixed formula as to how.
Vanshita Singh is asking what to keep in mind for applying in MSP. We are getting many queries about the Microsoft Student Partners program. Aditya,
Sorry.
Vanshita is asking what to keep in mind for applying in MSP program.
Um, Definitely a good communication skill, at least in English, is very helpful. Apart from a love for technology, you need to love tech. Otherwise, you won't be able to, and you won't enjoy your role in the program. Other than that, yes, a good communication skill, at least with English, if not any other language, because it's a global community. You're going to be interacting with a lot of people from all different continents. So I think those two are definitely very important.
Seema is asking, I have knowledge of open source technologies rather than coding and stuff. Is it worth it in this hackathon, Shivai?
Oh, well, definitely, because a lot of times what happens is that you are actually using these open source technology platforms. So again, the main thing is that if you're building something, which can solve people's problems or which is impactful, it doesn't matter that whatever technology you're using. If you're using some open technology like Jenkins or something, and you come up with something that the judges can actually correlate to, because you'll find that a lot of judges are in that open source platform itself, and they are using those tools on a day-to-day basis. So if you are able to build something very impactful, then it doesn't matter what technology or what things you are using.
Yes, Sutranshi, first year or final year, it's always worth it. Hackathons are totally worth it. You can enjoy them at any stage of your career.
So Jayant is asking if I have basic experience in Flutter, what should my further motion be? I think Shivai can
Well,
answer.
I mean, with Flutter, the thing is that Flutter is very good. That you can, if you have basic experience with it, you can go to actually build hybrid applications. You can also build desktop applications and even websites. So Flutter in itself is a complete package. You can go in whichever direction you want, and I mean that totally depends on your idea or what you want to go ahead with. Because there are paths open for each and every different, way to go. So you want to create hybrid application, iOS application, Android, website, or even desktop application, you can do that with Flutter.
Purvasha is asking, I am a beginner, do not know much about coding, so what can you suggest to start with? Actually, Purvasha, I would suggest you to start with anything. Just dive into the world of coding and try to learn as much as you can.
For a beginner, I think we've got support from ProGate for various
Progate
coding
as well.
courses. Those are available. Those links are available in the Discord, so you can definitely check those out.
And my suggestion to you is that always do also start with basic data structures and algorithm. If you're starting with something with development also, because these concepts such as your linked list, trees, all of these come in handy when you're making something in development as well. So do try the ProGate, for the data structure algorithm courses as well.
Please talk about how one can approach to be a DSC lead or MSP. So it's a community stream, and everyone is asking about the college levels community program. So the applications for DSC programs are open right now, and you can just simply search developer students clubs lead, and you will find the link on Google, and you can apply for the same there.
For the MSP program, the application is open all year round. If you fill it soon, the next onboarding takes place in September. So it's a good time to start working on that right now.
Oh, Deven is asking best course for SaaS system expert.
Okay, for SaaS system expert, there are some courses on Oracle, and you'll also find some, if I'm not mistaken, for IBM. So they have a lot of different online courses, and you can also check out Coursera because Coursera will be definitely having some SaaS-based course. But you can check out for Oracle and yeah, Coursera. These will be good.
Humza is asking, I have never been a part of any hackathon. I have no idea about how things work here. Will it be a game changer? Although I have good fluency in JavaScript and the related frameworks.
To answer this question very frankly, you definitely have to attend tomorrow's talk, that is by Jatin, which is Hackathon 101, right? And just to give you a very brief idea again, just think of it as a project or like a programming project that you'll be working on. But the thing is that you are trying to solve a particular problem, and you have to do it in a limited amount of time. And otherwise, it's completely like working on a project with someone or alone, if that's how it works. So that's just, there's a lot of collaboration, that there's a lot of sharing of ideas, resources, and interacting with a lot of different people. So just try to attend tomorrow's talk. That will basically cover all your doubts.
So Purvasha is asking app development is better or web development. So basically, in my opinion, uh, the
Can I take this one?
technology which okay, sure.
So see, what I've been doing till now is, see, YouTube is such a great platform. If you have any doubts, ki whether I should indulge into this, whether should I invest my time into this, like someone who is asking questions related to Flutter, other is for app development. So what you can do is just go on to YouTube, just search for whatever you want to learn. Just let's just say Flutter crash tutorial, and you'll probably find one for ranging from 1 to 2 hours. So if you find it interesting enough, obviously it won't teach you everything. You can then learn more about it. Else you can just drop it. So you'll obviously learn something new, and you'll obviously get to know, okay, if you're made for it or if you want something that excites you more.
And
Yes, the
in
main.
relation to the question, yeah, you can go ahead, Lavnish. It's okay.
Okay, okay. So the main point is the language or the tech stack you are working in must be, sound interesting to you. You should have a kick to learn that.
And just a question that, since it was specific to app development and web development, I would say that both of them today are having a lot of traction because JavaScript still remains one of the most popular languages to build. But just in terms of the market trend today, you'll find that a lot of different cross-platform applications, and in terms of web applications, websites are sort of losing their losing somewhat on the in the contest. And PWA, that is persistent web application, those are progressive web applications, those are gaining a lot of, and web apps. So there's you'll if you just Google between website and a web app, those are slightly different. So these are the things that are gaining a lot of traction today. But in terms of website development and app development, both of them remain very competitive and very like you're most welcome to do them because they're not losing any traction.
So
And it's all
Piyush,
about your interests, it's totally up to you. Like people, like I don't like working on front end, but there's a
अगर
market
क्या
for that. It's
अरे कोई
totally up to
प्राइवेट
you.
इनकॉग्निटो में भी खोल
so
सकता है क्या
Piyush is asking how can I contribute to an open source
कोई भी कोई भी
project
आ
and
सकता है कभी
also how to find which open source project I should contribute to. So I think Shivai can
Yeah,
answer
so
this.
Yeah, okay. It's a very simple answer to this. First of all, identify your language of choice or whatever programming stack that you have. Identify that first. Keep that clarity in mind, and now go ahead. To find out. Okay, because there are a lot of different organizations. One of the best ways is to actually go and take part in some of these programming competitions. For example, GSOC is there. Then there's Girl Script Sum of Code. Rails Girl Sum of Code is for women candidates. So again, identify such kind of platforms and just go over there and identify, because again the thing is that all the open source projects are good enough and fun enough to work with, and it's your after you've decided the tech stack, try to find out what exactly are they doing, join their communities and identify the projects that they're working on. Try to contribute to the projects. Again, it's not necessary that you should know entire working of their product, because that will definitely take time, but you can always start with very small contributions, whether it's to the code, it's to the documentation, or it's just helping in general, chatting with the public and telling them about the project. So it's just about identifying the correct match that you can have with the project, and identifying whether you are suitable. Again the thing lies in the interest. So if you find the project interesting, then you can definitely work on it.
So Sanjay is asking MSP and DSC require strong tech background. So Sanjay, there is nothing like that, but you should be good at your communication skills and a good community builder.
And very, very willing to learn.
And you should be passionate towards technologies. It's not necessary that you need to be in IT or CSE. We have MSPs from electronics, EC, every branch. You just need to be passionate about learning and technologies.
Mahendra is asking is ProGate course is free. So yes, Mahendra, ProGate courses are free for this month due to Corona outbreak. We will be providing the course link in the Discord, so you can join our Discord and get the link from there. Next question.
There is a question by Rishi regarding the AWS certification process, I think. So I want to tell you that AWS offers a wide variety of certifications in wide variety of fields. But I would suggest you to, if you want to take so, first complete the AWS fundamentals, which gives you a basic idea of all the services that AWS provides. Then think about in which field you would like to go in the cloud computing in AWS. It offers various fields like DevOps and cloud solutions. And there are two levels of certification. First is associate, then is professional. You will first achieve your associate, then professional level to complete your one line in cloud AWS. I hope that solved your doubt.
Mervin is asking C++ versus Java for competitive programming. I would recommend the language that suits you, that you are more fluent in.
Yeah, that totally works. Or if you're just starting to learn a language, so there are some contradictory thoughts that I have. So if you learn Java, right, so you would obviously be able to use that experience in the field of development as well, like for designing Android application or for website as well. There is one Spring Boot, which Paytm and Amazon uses for its backend. And the other aspect would be, see, if you submit questions on leak code, right? So if you're submitting the same code on Java with respect to C++, it usually tends to take more memory because Java has its own JVM to run. So, but in the case of comparison, so if your code is on Java, the comparison would only be made with the other person who has also submitted the code in Java itself. So that totally doesn't make that much sense. So obviously you can go ahead and learn whichever one, but I would personally recommend Java because you can use it for development experience as well.
I would just like to
So
add on to this that in C++ also you can do development. So if you are, now this goes into a bit of a high level programming. When you have experience with C++, that then you can also do Linux kernel development and a lot of the different operating systems like Qt. So these are a lot of. So if you actually just go through the GSOC organizations, also the gold standard of code, you will find that C++ is actually needed in a lot of development for these Linux based systems as well. So it's not that you can't do development, but yes, it's much more easier to do development with Java.
Yeah, and
so
you can submit a new Linux distro as a part of your hackathon project.
so Saurav is asking how to get started with web development.
Shiva, would you love to take this one?
I mean, like the basic thing is that first of all, always starting, you should probably just start with basics of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That is like, but now since it's getting so outdated, so it again depends on the language of your choice that whether you want to go ahead in JavaScript or with Python or even with Flutter. But yeah, I mean, having a general knowledge of either you want to go for a full design scheme, that means the front end, or you want to work what happens behind the scene on the back end. So probably you can choose a framework of your choice. Today, the most famous framework for front end are Angular, React. Then Flutter is also catching up a bit. So I mean, you can go ahead and use these. And then there's also a very famous course on Udemy, web development, a complete introduction to web development by Guy Steele. So those courses are the most popular courses to start. If you want to have video tutorials, you can download those courses as well, and probably that will give you a very good idea of how web development is actually happening in the backend as well.
So Jayant is asking, what do you think about cloud computing field? So Jayant, the rise of cloud computing is changing the skill sets needed for the success in modern technology environment. As of more and more companies are undergoing to strategical data transformation, and they are moving to cloud as much as they can. And this COVID situation, this has impacted the small startups and the small businesses to also move to cloud. So it is one of the best career options as of now.
And chat will be ending the stream at 10 p.m. So just two more questions, two or three more questions.
Will there be workshop related to cloud computing? So Shivai,
We'll have to probably check the schedule. I mean, you can have a check at the schedule from hackon.tech/schedule. You will find the live schedule. So I'm not entirely sure whether there is one going to be for cloud computing.
Preetham is asking, I have learned C. Should I move to any other programming language?
Sarthak, you would like to take this?
No. Hello, I'm audible now. Hello,
Yes, yes, you heard.
I'm audible.
Yes.
Yeah, can you repeat the question again? What was it?
So, Nikit, who was asking? So someone has asked that she has a knowledge of C programming language. So, should she learn some new language as well? And what
Yeah.
language should she
Yeah,
learn?
yeah. Sure. So if you already know C, so obviously you can start off by C++ because obviously you definitely need to learn one object-oriented language, so which can be Java or C++. But since you already know C, so why don't you start with C++?
Omkar has asked, does being active in the community affect the chances of getting hired? Yes, Omkar.
Definitely, it does help because um, communities, apart from just having people who can help you with the tech or something like that, they're also great places to network. So, I mean, suppose, if you look at an event like DevFest, for example, it's a big community event. You go, you're chatting with different kind of people. You somehow find one person who's working at a major startup or a big MNC that is working on a technology that you want to get hired for. So you speak with the person could refer you. So definitely, they are big hubs of networking, and that will definitely help you getting hired.
Yeah, and by the way, guys, we'll be officially ending the stream right now. All your remaining queries, please join the Discord group, and you can ask us there. We'll be very active and willing to respond to as many queries that you have. Because for a lot of you, this is a very new experience, so we are most welcome to ask as many questions as you want. But do remember to join the Discord group.
The link is given in the bio for
So
joining.
register for the hackathon. Drop comments if you have any questions. Join Discord. Join our Telegram group, and it's hackon.tech. Do register. It's live now. Thank you.
Great. Happy hacking. Take care. Goodbye.
Happy